Hello, friends. I am here before you for the seed leaven. In fact, with a very heavy heart, for we have lost many young children who chose to end their life in India, Tamil Nadu, and several other states. Even though they are very innocent, they were talented just because they were not able to achieve the desire. They chose to end their life against their dreams. No words of the world can really console the loss of their children for their parents. No words of the world can console their parents for the loss of their children. Actually, all the parents with the children and all the people with true conscience are seeking for consolation these days. Why should we lose this innocent life? Is it because of this type of tests and examinations? As they cross, our children are not able to bear the stress of it. I just want to talk in this series about how do I need to approach such a stress that is brought by these types of tests and examinations. Dear friends, there are few thoughts that actually changed the stream of the world. The gravity theory found by Isaac Newton, the theory of relativity proposed by Albert Einstein, the theory of evolution by Charles Darwin. I want to mention here a scientific theory that changed the thought, the thinking pattern of the world by a person called Nicholas Copernicus. His theory is called Copernicus revolution. The world believed in something called geocentrism. The earth stands in the middle and the sun is evolving around the earth. Copernicus said, which is not factual. The sun is very steady. It is standing in a stable position. And it is the earth, not only the earth, all the other planets are going around the sun. And the sun is not one. All the stars that we see are the suns, which influences millions and millions of planets. None of the planet has the influence on the stars and the sun. Dear students, dear children, I invite you to believe that you are the suns, you are the stars. Dear parents, please make your children confident with this thought that it is the world that is going around them. They stand stably as the sun. The influences of the world, the expectations of the world, the tests, and all the other hurdles cannot have influence on the students, on your sons and daughters. It is always the students who should make influence on the other hurdles. Sometimes because of jealousy, sometimes because of their pride, sometimes because of their own false desires. Some people always try to throw hurdle onto others. They want to inappropriately enjoy others their favors. When they do so, children, please try to install in your heart and mind, you should never be influenced by them. It is you who have to influence them. The Copernicus revolution has made a big impact in logical thinking, theological thinking, and psychological thinking. That psychological influence in our hearts that we need to make us never try to please the world, please the people, please your parents. You are in the middle, you are in the center. Try to first accept and please yourself. If you begin from thinking, what if I'm not able to prove to this world? What if I'm not able to prove to the others, my relatives and friends? What if I'm not able to prove to my friend, my parents? Sometimes, honestly, I salute and agree that many of you not trying to please your parents. You become the captain of their desire, and you are carrying their expectations about you in your heart, and you are trying to fulfill it. Dear children, first believe that you are foremost important. Without you, even your parents would become devastated. Their desire for you is not to make themselves happy, but rather they believe that would make you happy. So, first to try to begin everything from yourself. You are in the middle. Nothing can influence, nothing can make any negative impact on your life. You are far more important than anything else. Please imprint it in your heart and in your mind. That's what the Copernicus revolution says. You need not to please anybody else. If you are able to accept yourself, if you are able to please yourself, surely you will be able to convince your parents. That will eventually lead you to prove yourselves to others and to the world. You are most important. You are the suns. You are the stars of this world. Let the world go around you. Let the world evolve around you. You need not to make any change. When we talk about suicide or any hardcore pressure or devastated situations experienced by people, the author who comes into my mind in psychotherapy is one, Dr. Viktor Frankl, who thrived the concentration camps of Hitler during the Second World War. When people have been brought to concentration camps, the very thought of entering into it killed many people in stress and pain. But Viktor Frankl not only saved himself, he also influenced all the inmates of his camps and made them live against all the pains they were undergoing. The technique, therapy he used is called Logotherapy. It is built on man's search for meaning. In order to search something, a man has to implant a seed in his heart that this life is worth living. Yes, my dear friends, this life is worth living. First, try to carve this into your heart. When you understand that this life is worth living, definitely I don't say that you should not have desire. Definitely I don't say you are not eligible to reach your desire. But before all, the foundation should be that this life is worth living. When I believe that, when I feel that, when I think around that, in Logotherapy he says, start searching for meaning. Sometimes some hurdles will try to post on you some meaninglessness. Fight against them. You will be able to fight against them, those meaninglessness. When you begin to create meaning in your life, you will make it in millions. You will start loving yourself. Your parents will take pleasure in you. Your friends will appreciate, and the world will accept your existence. Try not to erase your existence without searching and making meaning in life. Thirdly, my dear friends, I know for sure the most of the world populations believe in God. Whomsoever may be your God or your faith tradition, please place your total confidence and trust in that God. Never think that your God's hands are too shortened, that He cannot save you from all your sufferings. Never think that the ears of God is so small that He cannot hear to your hue and cry, sufferings and pain. Definitely, He can do that. He keeps doing that. He may postpone granting things, but believe that He would never abandon you from what you deserve for. There is a theologian called Rana who says, your grace is ensured to you even before you were born. When you end your life, you don't allow God to bring that grace to you. When you have a delivery from the postman, it is you who close the doors. The postman becomes helpless. Please allow God to help you. Never make God helpless to help you. Friends, some of you may not have the belief in God. I tell you, please trust in nature. In the natural selection, the Mother Nature has always brought the best things to our hands. It never tried to destroy any life. If any destruction that takes place, it is because of jealousy and ego of the individual lives against the other. It is never of nature. That is my strong conviction, and that is my strong belief. You may ask, then how come there are natural disasters from which we are not able to save ourselves? Argument-wise, it may be right. But that nature has given every single life a strong intuition. It is we human beings have come away from perceiving those intuitions when the nature prompts to us to save our lives. See, all the lives or animals that are intuitively sticking towards with nature. None of the natural disaster would just like that kill them. They always try to cling. In the same way, whatever may happen around me in my life, the nature will surely give us salvation. The nature will bring redemption. So, my dear brothers and sisters, my loving students, when you have a pressure, when you feel that you have to prove something to somebody else, never try to begin to think for pleasing from the world. It is not the world that you need to please. It is not the others. It's not your relatives and friends, brothers and sisters. It's not your parents. Start from thinking about yourself. You need to please yourself. You can always make an influence on the world because you are the sun, you are the star. Never let yourselves be influenced by the others. It is the Copernicus revolution. Secondly, try to believe, try to understand that this life is worth living. Search for meaning. Make your desires a meaning. Don't think your desire is big. The hurdles are comparatively bigger and I will never be able to cross it. Now, your search will bring all your desires to your feet. The hurdles that you face from the others and by the others can temporarily postpone your achievement. Thirdly, try to stay in God thought and love of nature. The God and the nature always have the blessed plans for you and for me. Please never punish your parents for placing an expectation, for wishing you the best life. Perhaps if you don't live up to their expectations, it may hurt, but the scar that your absence gives will never be curable in their hearts. You are born to win. You are born to fly. Please believe you are more than your studies. You are more than anything and everything that is happening around you. Thank you.